Only until Thursday. So, and then that kind of makes sense because any perfects that come out on Thursday will probably be part of a spotlight pack instead. So, don't want to put them in perfect packs. So, if there are any perfect cards you're looking to get out there right now, go grab that perfect pack if you have the points. Okay, so what I want to go through is, like I said, on Saturday, the round table with myself, Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, and D Dempsey. We're going to go and give you wall-to-wall coverage of Iron and Bronze. Everything you wanted to know about the current Iron and Bronze cards, we're going to go in depth. We're going to argue, we're going to debate, we're going to fight, and at the end, we're going to hug, because that's what we do in this community. We hug after we debate things out. And there's some cards there's going to be no debate on that all three of us agree on. But there are a few based on builds that there might be a little bit more discussion. So let's look first of all at the bronze new pitchers. So to refamiliarize yourself, this is kind of what, in my opinion, I consider to be the meta bronze right now that you're using as your starting five. Maybe you have one or two in the bullpen. So if you're looking for a high stuff, high BABIP guy with low home run suppression, low stamina, that's kind of your Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito has been around for quite a while now. He's moving down on the depth chart, in my opinion. He might be your number 4, number 5 guy. Maybe you've moved him to the bullpen by now. So what you're getting with him is the ability to strike guys out, not a lot of base hits. And what you're not getting with him is a long game. He's going to run into trouble probably by the 6th or 7th inning, and he's going to give up the odd home run and the odd walk as well. So that's your build for Lucas Giolito. Also, Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo, when he came out, he immediately jumped to the number 1 starting pitcher. So here's your high stuff, high pitcher BABIP. And by high, I don't mean extreme high, but higher than normal, higher than average. So he's got pretty good stuff. He's got pretty good pitcher BABIP, weakness in home run suppression, control, and again in stamina. So under 70 in home run suppression, under 70 in stamina, under 70 in control. So going to give up some walks, give up the odd home run, and not probably going to pitch a full game for you in the modern environment. What you are going to get, a few strikeouts, again, some base hits on the ground. So he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. So if that comes, to fruition in the game, he's going to hit it on the ground. So as long as you have good defense, shortstop, second baseman, you should have success with Luis Castillo. So high stuff, high pitcher BABIP. Dave Stieb is a card that some use as the number 5 guy. Some have him in the bullpen. Again, one of the better pitcher BABIP guys, high stuff. So we've got our 3 kind of meta or close to meta bronze pitchers, high stuff, high pitcher BABIP. Giolito, Castillo, Dave Stieb. Weakness all in control. Dave Stieb being the lowest of the 3 in control, but Dave Stieb being the highest in pitcher BABIP. Stuff, Giolito being the highest in stuff. So again, you got a mix and mash depending on what you're looking for your lineup. Stamina is low for Stieb, control, and again, home run suppression. So that's kind of the one card makeup that has had success in bronze, especially in a kind of a neutral ballpark. That high stuff, high pitcher BABIP. Then we move on to I guess the comparison. We've got the 3 here that I just went through. So if you want to see them all together, stuff, pitcher BABIP, pitchers. If I had to rank them, I still like Castillo a little bit better than Giolito, and both of them better than Dave Stieb, just because of the control for Dave Stieb. Give Dave another 10 to 15 stamina, and I think I would prefer him above the 3. But that control is just a little too low for him to be that meta top 5 pitcher. Then we get to this category, the high stamina pitcher, and the high BABIP pitcher. So here's a guy that can pitch the whole game, Andy Messersmith. He's got the stamina in bronze, and he's going to walk a few people, going to give up the odd home run. But again, ground ball. He's going to get that ground ball. You have good infield defense, and you should have success with Andy Messersmith. Again, I think he's that number 5, 4 or 5 guy in your rotation. Maybe you have him in the bullpen to get that stuff boost because of that low control. Maybe he's in the bullpen, and you have him in that high leverage kind of middle relief setup kind of situation. So again, different card makeup, the high stamina, high pitcher BABIP. Then we've got this makeup. We've got the high home run and the high pitcher BABIP. So now we're sacrificing the stuff, a little bit of control issue, stamina, kind of right on average. So he's not overly low on anything, but definitely his home run suppression and his pitcher BABIP stand out. Sonny Gray, probably one of your top 5 starters right now before today's cards came out. So if you want a guy that not going to give up a lot of home runs, not going to give up a lot of, base hits, it's a ground ball pitcher, but he's not going to strike a lot of guys out, and he's going to walk a few guys. So it really kind of depends on what the meta hitting lineup is, right? If you have, a hitting lineup that has really good eye, really good power, then it might impact the type of profile pitcher that you want to use. Next up, we got the high pitcher BABIP, high control, high stamina card. And that's your Bartolo Colon. So he's weak in stuff. He's weak in home run suppression, but he's got good control, not going to walk a lot of people. He's going to be able to pitch most of the game if you want him to. Not going to strike a lot of guys out. And pitcher BABIP is, slightly above average. And one of the top 5 starters that many people use. Again, some people use Bartolo in the pen to get that stuff boost. And then you're going to rely on his fastball and curveball, because once you move a pitcher to the pen, they get a little bit of a stuff boost, and they only go with their 2 best pitches. So he's not going to throw his slider. He's not going to throw his changeup. He's going to go with his 2 highest. So maybe now's the time that Bartolo goes into the pen with this profile. We got 3 bronze pitchers today. We got the Jared Parker, we got the Braden, and we got the David Cone. So if these are kind of your current meta starting pitching, and Dontrell Willis was another one that I had on the slide that didn't show up, I don't think. Let's see. Do I have Dontrell? Let me go find him quickly here. I do have him. Well, I'll find him later. So the cards that came out today, what kind of profile do they have? Well, here's that high home run profile. That's kind of really the only thing he's got going for him, though. So when I look at all those other pitchers I just showed you, I don't think he breaks into my top 5. Maybe in the bullpen, if you want a guy in the bullpen that not going to give up a home run. But again, the control is kind of low. Stamina is low, probably for a starter. Stuff a little bit low. So for myself, I don't think Parker breaks into definitely not into my starting 5. Maybe there's a spot for him in the bullpen. But again, Saturday with D Block and D Dempsey, we'll go through these cards in a little bit more detail. The Braden card, here's that profile, low stuff, but the home run suppression, the BABIP, the control, the stamina is average to above average. Above average. Bullpen guy, that's where he gets that stuff boost. Maybe this is an ideal guy in the bullpen. Because if you got him as your starter and you got home run guys facing you, if you got that Joey Gallo, if you still have guys that even are using Dave Kingman and guys with all that home run power, yeah, his home run suppression is going to stop some of that, but that stuff, like a grapefruit, like a beach ball, coming towards the plate at them. No boost. I rock this. Welcome in. I rock this. Good to see you. Hope your pack opening and your stream went well. Pitchers, though, the pitches, though, interesting that no pitches above a 43. You don't see that too often with guys with, a lot of green in the profile and low pitches there. So again, he's probably not going to break into my starting five just with that low stuff. Dead ball, yeah, dead ball. Be fantastic in dead ball. In fact, he doesn't even need as much home run suppression. So maybe a guy in the 1930s, even 1930s, 40s, 50s. I think more of an ideal situation. Modern era, not going to break into my top five. The one I found the most interesting was this one here. Yeah, he rolls the ball, Cub fan Steve. So draft a lot of golfers if you're facing Braden. He'd be perfect against your teams. Yeah, there you go. So D Block is one of the outliers. So if you face D Block, maybe have this guy in your bullpen and then throw him in the starting rotation. David Cone, though, I think I definitely am going to try and get early as I can. So his profile is the low control, but again, above average and everything else, a little bit splitty, a little bit better against the right-handed batters. At least 4 decent pitches. Stamina, maybe a little bit of an issue, but he can get you to your setup guy, to your closer, your stopper. And the control, like that Dave Stieb card, we look at him, David Cone, and then we compare him to kind of my five of my 7 meta starters right now. Look at Cone in the bottom right, compare him to the other 5. Like, who does he replace? He's got the lowest control of everyone there. Gray has better home run suppression, better pitcher BABIP. We've got Dontrell Willis, better stuff, better home run suppression, better control. We got Castillo, equal stuff, better pitcher BABIP, better control. And then we got Messersmith, better pitcher BABIP, better control. So, Cone is the Stieb I would have liked. Because when we go back to Stieb had that issue with control. So Cone, basically, if we take a little bit of Stieb's pitcher BABIP and put into home run suppression, it's kind of what we get with Cone. A little bit higher for Cone on stuff too. Personally, I'd still rather have the pitcher BABIP. So, and the control for Stieb is 53, whereas for Cone, it's 46. My motto, while she's busy off in New York right now, running down the runway. So I don't know. I'll text her later, find out what she has to say. So I guess in some cases, Stieb is better than Cone because Stieb has more control. Stieb has higher pitcher BABIP. Stieb has fairly equal stuff. So what you're getting with Cone is you're getting the home run suppression and a little more stamina. Right? A little more stamina with Cone and more home run suppression. About 15 more home run suppression and 2 or 3 more stuff. So if I'm not using Stieb as a starter, I'm probably not going to use Cone as a starter. He is more balanced, but if that control was 70, I think we've got meta number 1 or 2 starting pitcher in bronze with just a little, like 15 more control. The Cone would be better with the Jays logo. Oh yeah, there's a good reason not to use it. Yeah, It's the Yankee cone. Well, Evil VC is not my model. Absolutely not. Not after he took me out in the laptop daily. So there you go, guys. Just my quick, again, I put this together really quick from Spore Stream today. You got different models of pitchers. These are kind of the guys I'm using in my top 5 or 6. And then showing you the cards that came out today. I don't think Parker breaks in to my pitching rotation. Braden, I don't think breaks in. Maybe the bullpen to get that stuff boost, although it's still rolling the ball to the mound, as Steve said. And then Cone, that control, I think is too much of a gamble for me with that control. I hate watching replays and highlights, and I have a pitcher on the mound and he walks 3 batters in a row and the AI doesn't remove him. And then he walks the 4th batter, 4 walks in a row. And I have a feeling I might get that with David Cone once in a while. All right, more on that again on Saturday on our roundtable with D Block and D Dempsey. Okay, before we get to lap versus chat, the tournament, the bounty has fired off. So we'll take a quick peek. It's double elimination. So you have to be the team that knocks me out, not the team that beats me in the first game. You got to actually knock me out of the tournament. Let's bring that up. So game number 1, the team that could give me my first loss is Popstongoria in game 1. Let's check out those Wood Ducks. And yesterday there was a team called the Ducks, one of the new followers of the channel, Regnarosh or something like that, had a team called the Ducks. So I was getting them mixed up a little bit. I thought maybe it was an alt by Pop, but nope, it was a new user. So you've got all right-handed throwers. I'm going up against the Robin Roberts bronze. And for your hitters, you've got a compliant team, Roberto Clemente and Tatis Jr. as your 2 highest rated guys. All right, so good luck. Again, these are not best of 5 or best of 7. The only best of is when you get to the finals. Win and stay in. Lose once and you go over to the right-hand side of the bracket here. Lose twice, you're out. So for those of you that are new to OOTP and you're not familiar with the double elimination, you have to lose 2 games before you're eliminated. So I'm towards the bottom of the scale here. So all depends on that first game. You like to win the first game because then you get a bye and you get to rest some of your players. Once you go over to the B side, the buys are rare. They usually don't happen too often. You may still get one later on in the tournament, but you're fighting to stay alive. All right, 1 more minute. If you haven't entered the form, it is pinned in the chat there. Last chance to try and win some packs. You win packs by doing well in the questionnaire here. Oh, sorry, Cub fan Steve. I thought both of you start with C. Cavacom said they roll the ball to the mound. My apologies. That's the kind of pitcher I'd like to face. I used to play kickball. I'm used to balls being rolled on the ground like that. All right, another 15 seconds. Then we're going to play ball. Load up the base game. And I don't know if anyone has cashed in their biscuits to be team captain today. Let me check here. GT Sundown used some of his biscuits earlier. Rue Jerry. Cheers. Daru Jerry, thank you for the primer. Welcome to the Dog Pound as one of the subscribers here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And I've seen you in some of the tournaments here, so all the best as we finish out OOTP24 over the next couple of months. And again, big shout out to Spore for the raid, to iRock for the raid. Drink up. Cheers to Rue Jerry. Okay, we're closing off the form in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's kind of you, Cub fan Steve, because usually chat doesn't want to give Cava props. Usually it's the anti-props for Cava. So you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. All right, let's go check out what people are thinking here. 47% think chat will achieve 2 of the goals today. They're putting a lock on a better regular season record and then winning the exhibition game. They believe 2 to 3 of their players will make the All-Star game. Total runs scored between 11 and 14 in the exhibition. And then we have our 2 tiebreakers. How many wins will Sandy Koufax get? We've got anywhere from 9 to 21. And the second one, how many home runs will Billy Williams have? Last year he had 18. We have 12 all the way up to 22. Okay, link the sheet. So that when we check out our winners, have it ready. Okay, it is time to get in the game. And since we don't have a captain, because no one wanted to use their Hound Biscuits to be captain today, we'll do it by group consensus. When a choice needs to be made by chat, we'll let the chat give their opinion, and then I'll kind of go with what I believe the majority is. So here we are. It is 1963, November the 1st. I'm going to go off screen for a while here. Show you everything. Last season, chat and I did not make the playoffs. It was 4-2. Rob went with 21 for Sandy. Well, you never know. Anything over 21, Rob, and you're a winner. Detroit Tigers would lose the World Series to the Milwaukee Braves. And in terms of the league standings, I had 36 wins. Chat had 75 wins. I finished last in the league for wins. So I have the lottery ball, as well as the Dodgers, the Mets, and the chat all have a lottery ball to get the first overall pick, because it's the bottom 4 teams and each have a 25% chance of winning the lottery. Again, going through our league history very quickly and looking at our awards from last season. For chat, Frank Robinson wins the Cub Fan 23 Steve MVP. Russ Bowers won the Boiled Egg 1974 Pitcher Award. D-Block Dragon Rookie of the Year Award went to Russ Bowers. And the Wildcat Bandit Reliever of the Year Award went to Len Barker. For the AL, Allison won the Cub Fan Award. Downing won the Egg Award. Spooner with the Dragon Award. And Carroll with the Bandit Award. Those were your award winners. And in terms of the EVC Bunk Gold Glove Award, no one made it from my team. And for your team, it doesn't look like any of your players won a Bunk Award. And the last one, the Chess Safari Hitting Award, we had your Huey Jennings, Twitch Chat's first round pick from last year. He wins the Chess Safari Hitting Award in the NL. In the AL, we had Laptop Pounds, Jody Reed. So both of our shortstops take home one of the hitting awards. Both of these, Jody Reed was a third-round pick. Yes, was a third-round pick last year. And Huey Jennings was your first-round pick. So that's what we have. So we are going to sim ahead to the draft. We're going to take a look at the draft lottery. Here we are. It is December 1st. Let's go and take a look at our news. The draft lottery has been conducted, and the winner of the first overall pick will be the New York Mets. The Mets move up from number 3 to number 1. The Dodgers stay at number 2. Laptop Pound is the big loser as he drops from 3 to 1, but he still gets to draft ahead of you guys. Twitch chat at number 4. Okay, well, the draft is ready to go. Here is your draft order. Here is your mock draft. They suggest that Todd Helton's going to go first overall, then Josh Beckett, and then they're predicting I will take Jeff Bagwell, and you guys taking Tex Houston. Barry Larkin's in the draft. We've got, who else here? Mark Gubaza, if you're a Chicago White Sox fan. We got Buster Brown. We got Craig Biggio in the draft. Bronson Arroyo. We got Kenshin Kawakami. Hope I pronounced that right. Who else? Ozzie Guillen's there. I'm just looking for perfect team good cards. Reese McGuire. Rex Brothers. Shane Robinson. Willie Green. Don't see any cards from today in here. Chris Iannetta. So yeah, there is, it looks to be very top heavy loaded here. Once we get past the first 10 picks in terms of name and brand name here, I don't know how strong this is going to be. Let's look at the draft pool. First of all batters potential. So yeah, it's very weak in terms of our batters. Looks like we might have, 5 to 6 high quality batters, and then it really drops off. And for our pitchers, same thing. Last season was a very strong pitcher draft. This one still stronger than the hitting. But once we get to about number 12 or so, then we see it start to fall off. So both of us should get a very good first round pick. And after that, we will see. So let's go into the draft. New York will take Todd Helton with the first overall pick. There you go. Our all-star potential guy here in real life. Todd Helton looks like he's going to be crazy in this game. So the New York Mets, you're welcome. You might actually get a championship. Might be in 1969 because right now we're in 1964. So we could see history play out to real life. With a second overall pick, the Los Angeles Dodgers, like they need another good player. They take the fourth overall projected player in Tex Houston. Tex Houston. Not sure that would be the guy I would take, but he's got a screwball. He's got a sinker. He's got these off-speed pitches. He played a long time. Oh, he played 8 seasons with Boston back in the 1940s. He was a guy that said, I'm only playing in the 40s. No, I'm not playing before. I'm not playing after. It's only in the 40s, 41 to 49. All right, Laptop Pound is up. So the way we do the drafts, we have to pick someone that is on the screen, either for pitchers or for batters. We cannot scroll down. So if there are any two-way players, we can show you who they are now. Let's go to pitchers. because last week you guys got lucky. You got, who was that you got last week? Tip O'Neill. He just showed up at the bottom of the screen when it was your turn to draft. Lucky, lucky. So let's look at batting potential for pitchers. So just so you know, for two-way players, we got Otto Hess. He can bat a little bit. Buster Brown. But ultimately, in terms of two-way pitchers, a guy maybe you want to keep an eye on is this guy here, Henry Luff. Henry Loof. Not a very good eye, but he could be solid in your lineup. Remember, I don't know if we have DH on or not. I can't remember. I don't think we do. So Henry Loof is one guy you might want to look at. Let's go back to pitchers, potential, batting ratings. Yeah, he's your only two-way guy. Let's take a look at the batters, though, because sometimes they throw batters in there that are better pitchers. So batters with pitching potential. Yeah, there's no one in the draft. All right, so just that one player you want to keep an eye on. All right, chat, I am up. Let's take a look at my team first of all. Strengths and weaknesses. Again, we don't have much of a minor league system because we're just starting this out. I've got Harry Heilman as kind of my future kind of center fielder. Going to let him develop in the minors for a while. I don't want to ruin him by calling him up too early. And after that, we don't got a lot. We got Jody Reed at short. Milt Stock had a good season. Daddy Wags, he's regressed a little bit because we had him playing center field. Daddy Wags, let's change that now. Set position, left field. And Daddy Wags, strategy, none. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Daddy. Okay, there we go. Now he's got a better potential because I took him out of center field. He's happier. He's now 3.5 star potential and smiling. So what do I need? I do need a first baseman. Pretty much everything, but pretty much everything. Okay, time to draft. Draft pool. Bagwell. Larkin. Jody Reed. I'd have to move you around. Ginger. Well, it looks like it's going to be Bagwell, but let's look at the pitchers. Josh Beckett. Allie Reynolds. Not a very good stamina. Best stamina guy is this guy. Now, is this pitcher Babbitt or is this home run suppression? What is it, OOTP? What is Rube better at? All right, we're going with I think the obvious choice here. We're going with Mr. Jeff Bagwell. Yeah. On the team, how old are you, Jeff? 21 years old? Yeah, you can probably jump in right away. All right, chat, you are up now, I believe. Yes, pick number 4. So the way that I'll do this, since we don't have a team captain, you've seen the hitters here so far. You see all their characteristics on the right-hand side. I will take a question or two if you want me to show you a specific player, but We don't want to spend 10 minutes on every pick. So here's what you see for your hitters. Here's what you see for your pitchers based on potential. That Henry Luff is there if you want to take him as the two-way guy. In terms of your lineup, we go to Twitch chat. You pretty much need everything other than maybe a left fielder. Billy Williams is your longtime left fielder. But after that, in terms of ratings, Huey Jennings at short. Lloyd Wainer was a great pick by Minerva last week. Lloyd Wainer, third pick, third round. They wanted Jody Reed. I snapped up Jody Reed, and the very next pick, you pick this guy who hit 324 last season. And he's developed a little bit better. So you don't really need a center fielder, left fielder, or shortstop. And pitching wise, you are strong with your starter and Sandy Koufax. And also you got a pretty good reliever in Derek Thompson. All right, chat. Can Larkin play second base? I don't think he can. Nope. Yeah, you already have a good shortstop with Hugh Jennings. So if we take a look at your Hugh Jennings, and if you can move him around, first and short. So I mean, do you want to waste his defense at first base? Probably not. So chat, now's the time to vote. Who do you want? Throw in a name. You could train him. Yeah, you could train him in the minors. The game will probably train him. I don't know how long it will take. He is 20 years old. Ray Ordonez is, I don't think, on the list. We got Ozzie Guillen, though. Beaumont, there's his, not bad. I mean, for a base game 60 center fielder with a bat, he's got a lot of speed. So when you're ready to vote, put it in caps. When I see a name in caps, I'm going to consider that a vote. Otherwise, I'm just going to consider it a suggestion. When you have your final vote, Allie Reynolds was the pitcher that some of you were talking about. Biggio looks like that. Okay, you got 1 minute to vote here. Votes are coming in. I see a Beckett. I see a couple Reynolds. I see 3 Reynolds. Okay, we're going with Reynolds. Once I see a name at least 3 times, we're going to go with them. So you got to be quick. We are going with Mr. Reynolds. Pitchers. So definitely the best, one of the best, although that stamina is low, but he could develop more stamina. 23 years old, Reynolds. All right, we go to my next pick, round number 2. And I will not take too long here. We're going to go with, you did not take him, so I'm going to take him. Where is he? Oh, was he taken already, that two-way guy? No. Biggio's gone. Yeah, Henry Luff is gone. Oof. But yes, chat left him for me. Maybe one of the best definitely one of the best bats in the draft. All right, well, I cannot take him. So let's go and take a look at some of these pitchers. Buster Brown, looking for the high stamina guys. Rex, back to the batters. Hamilton. Corbin Carroll. Ozzie Guillen. Ooh. Got Jody Reed at short, though. Where can Jody play? Jody can play second. Okay. Laptop Pound with his second pick is taking defensive shortstop Ozzie Guillen. Done. LA, New York, and now Twitch chat. All right, here's what you have. Fellow affiliate streamer Yukarin Kazami would be pushing you to take Mike Lowell. Yeah, she'd be screaming in capital letters that you take him. Here's your pictures. What does McGuire look like? Not a very good catcher. A little bit of a bat. You know, if we look at defense, you know, of all the players you have to choose from defensively, there's no one that really stands out. Greasy Neal is your best defensive player. You went with a pitcher in the first round. Ooh, Roger Brejnahan. Not amongst the batters. There he is amongst the pitchers. But they haven't really given him a good bat. So he must have developed that later in life because they brought him in as a 22-year-old with a lot of work to do on that bat. I mean, it is a project. I mean, he is going to give you some relief appearances. 41, what's he got for stamina? 1. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go with the Duke here. But hey, it's your call. All right, here's your 1 minute to vote. Otherwise, I just take the best potential player on the board. He could be an interesting reach in like a round 4 or 5 if he's still there. There are your batters. Here are your pitchers. Again, put it in capital letters, whoever you're voting for. This is 1964. I mean, I kind of look at all the colors over here and look for a lot of blue and green. Unfortunately, we do see red everywhere too. All right, we have 3 in. 3 votes are in. And Yuka is going to be proud of you guys. Yuka, if anyone clips this, the chat has drafted Mike Lowell as their number 2 round pick in 1964. He is now on your team. Okay, simming to the next pick. And round number 3, I'm going to go with, got to go with the pitcher this time, I think. Blue and green. Blue and green. 23 stamina, 24 stamina. Lap is going to take Tommy Thompson. Chat, you're up. Here's what's left for pitchers. You got 3-star pitchers left. I do not recommend taking Walter Beal, though. He might walk a guy or two. Just saying. He's got 3 really good pitches. Man, he's going to hit a lot of batters. So 30 seconds to look at the pitchers. And here's a few seconds to look at the batters that are left. I'll show you the top 5 by potential. Here is Bobby Adams, Corbin Carroll. Remember, you do have Billy Williams as your left fielder, and you've got another guy that is a corner outfielder. Andy Dirks, Mike Lansing, but you just took Mike Lowell. But if you want a pair of Mikes on your team, and Reese McGuire. Carroll it is. We got 3 votes at least for Carroll. Done. All right, I'm going to take my player next, and then we're going to take a break. I'm going to take Reese McGuire. I almost took him last round. So I'm going to take Reese. And then during the break, I'll show you guys what's here for those of you that can still see the screen, and then we'll get you to make your pick. So we'll be back in 2 minutes' time. All right, chat, you are up. Here is your 1 minute to vote here, or until I see 3 names. Who are you going for? And yeah, we will make lineup changes a little bit later. We can move people to different positions in the field based on their card makeup. Absolutely, if you want to put somewhere in a different position. So there were your batters. Here are your pitchers that you have to choose from. Put it in caps. Who do you want to see on the chat team? Who is going to make a difference for you Here are their ages. So you got a 29-year-old all the way down to a 17-year-old. Yeah, you can pretty much in the base game Caged Wisdom play them everywhere. It gives you that option. Whether they perform there is another story. I don't know. It's been a while since I've really hardcore played the base game. John Clarkson, what does he look like? We know him from Perfect Team. Ooh. You guys, I mean, right now he's got a 1 changeup and a 12 curveball and 3 stamina. He's definitely a dead ball pitcher. The question is, how will the game develop him? Because this is done by the game engine. He could be a stud or a dud. All right, you got 10 seconds. Otherwise, I take the highest overall player left. Two for Bresnahan, 1 for Clarkson. Both gambles, but both could really pay off. Two for Clarkson, 2 for Bresnahan. We need someone to break the tie. I'll show you them both once again, and there it is. It is Clarkson that breaks the tie. Okay, John Clarkson. Who knows? Maybe Bresnahan will be there next round. All pitchers, Clarkson. Okay, my turn here. I am going to go with who's balanced for pitching? Mike Jackson. He looks pretty good. 14 stamina. Highest stamina guy that I can take would be a 23, 24. So let's go back to the batters. Ooh, it has tailed off big time for batters. So I better grab a batter here. Yeah, it's ugly. It is ugly. It's almost best player available. And in that case, Doug Flynn. Doug, welcome. LA takes Festa, and New York takes Jose Cano. So you guys are up. Here's your batters. Here's your pitchers. You want to see Lenta and Green? Absolutely. If I can find them. Are they pit? Oh, here's Willie Green. Willie Green has no I or no avoid K. And who is the other one? Ionetta. Low avoid K. Defensive catchers, John Buck is your best defensive catcher right now. Yeah. On the screen, he's your best defensive catcher. Bresnahan is still there. Roger Bresnahan. We've got 2 for Bresnahan. Whiffinetta. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He will whiff. All right, it is Bresnahan. I probably would have taken him next round if he was still there. I don't think he would have been there one more round, though. So, chat, congratulations. You got a couple project players. If they turn out, it could take you to the World Series. All right, pitchers. Anyone worth taking here? Maybe Kevin Frederick. Yeah. I do not like these numbers here. Kevin Frederick or Vic Keane. Keane with a stamina of 4, you lose out. So Frederick is going to be my choice. LA takes Pears. New York takes Beasley. Back to you, chat. Not a lot left. Here's your pitchers. Every pitcher has at least some red in it, except for Vic Keane, but he's only got a stamina of 4. And everyone else has red or orange somewhere. Batters, good luck. Willie Green, Chris Iannetta. Defense, highest defensive guy is this shortstop, which does not have a bat. Pitchers, way at the bottom here, Mo, 18 stamina, good control. Any knuckleballers? Individual pitch potential. No. No knuckleballers. Here you see kind of the makeup of pitches. The best fastball is Colton Murray. Again, this is potential. Curveball is Roy Sanders and Phil Hensiek. Buck, yeah, Buck is the best catcher available right now in terms of defense and a little bit of a bat. All right, votes. We got 1 Buck. We got a Green. Buck, Green. Hey, Brent, I saw you were matched up against our good friend Barry Basher again in the Laptop Daily today. I don't know how you made out today, but he took you out in 7 games yesterday. We got 2 Bucks. All right, let's move on with Buck. John Buck. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh, man. Let's look at the bats here. 77 bunt, 99 bunt. Not much green in these profiles. Chris Iannetta. And pitchers. We're almost out of pitchers. And stamina, there's only 1 guy with 100 stamina. So you know what? I'm going to take him. Charlie Shields. The only true starting pitcher still out there. Charlie Shields. Okay, chat. So here's your pitchers. You see a guy with 84 pitcher BABIP and Harry Hooch. Harry Hawk. Guy with 92 movement, Roy Sanders. Home run suppression, 100 for Jay Buente. Stuff-wise, though, you got 2 guys at 60. And batters, Chris Iannetta is looking tempting. He's got a couple green, 1 blue. He's the only guy with anything blue for hitting. Not a great draft. Yeah, last week was definitely pitcher heavy. Once the hitters went in round 1, it was not much there. I believe you've only taken 1 pitcher. We can quickly check. Allie Reynolds, that's one. Mike Lowell, Corbin Carroll, John Clarkson, Roger Brezhnehan, John Buck. So it looks like you've taken three with Clarkson and Brezhnehan as kind of projects. Yeah, stamina I have found does train up. It can train up. I drafted Roy Halladay in one last year, and he was I think 20 stamina out of the gates, and he went up to 60. So you can get players that do train up for stamina. All right, let's get the votes in. We got a Hoke. Or Hotch. We got a Sanders, two Hotch and a Sanders. He did have that high pitcher BABIP too. We look at the draft pool pitching ratings, 84 pitcher BABIP. That's promising. We got two Sanders and two Hawks. We need someone to break the tie. Oh, do I have three? Okay. Hotch it is. This is a very big gamble, your draft this week, because with Clarkson, with Brezhnehan, and now with Hotch, high risk, high reward. All right, next up, I'm going to take Sanders. Easy pick there. That was the only pitcher I wanted still. And so for you guys, there's your pitchers. 65 home run suppression, 48 movement. And here's your batters. You got one star and 1.5 star. They're both second basemen. Nelson does have some versatility, second, left field, and center field. At this point, it's just kind of throw something up and hope that it works out. We got a Nelson. Yeah, I mean, the players are so bad, you might as well just find a guy with one real good high rating and hope the others develop. Two Nelson, we got a Kantz. Bart Kantz with that speed. Two Nelsons, the highest player still available. There is a 30-year-old, yeah. Jim Cockman. Between you and Dick and Johnny Dickshot and Dink Mothel, we got a theme team going. So we got two Nelsons, we got a Kantz. I mean, for the meme, you guys can take him like in the next round. He's 30 years old though. But definitely he could play probably one season with you. No Jack Glasscock in this draft. All right. If I don't see any other votes, I'm going with the highest rated player left, and it will be Brian Nelson for you. Saw 2 Nelsons and 1 Kents. Or you go with the youngest guy, but the youngest guy's in his 20s here. One more time with the pitchers. Got a 19-year-old pitcher, a couple 19-year-old pitchers. Skip Dowd and Howard Armstrong. All right, seeing no more votes, I'm going to go with the highest rated batter left, and that is Nelson. Okay, now what round are we on? We're on round 9. 2 more picks left, guys. So now we're just going to go for some fun names or fun attributes. We got 1 green attribute for Joe Dunn. Look at that gap power. If he ever gets a hit, it's going to be a double or a triple. So I'm going with Joe Dunn. There he is. Los Angeles, New York, Twitch chat. All right, here's your hitters. You got a 1-star player and everything else just creeping in at the bottom. You got Bill Endicott with 71 gap power. He was not there for me because he was just below that. Pitcher-wise, you got a 1.5-star player. I see a vote for Breton. Couple 19-year-old pitchers. 18-year-old batter in Bill Duzen. Jim Breton's the only one we have a vote for now. Good gap power, good eye, lots of speed. Third baseman. All right, time to vote. Otherwise, you get Elvis. Elvis will be your pick. We got 2 Bretons. We got 1 Cants. We got 2 Cants. Cants Breton. Breton Cants. It's down to the wire. Who will it be? And it is Cants. Cants squeezes in. Let's see. Cants, Breton, and Breton. Actually, Breton beat Cants. So Breton, you guys get Breton. Maybe Cants will be there next time. Breton, where is he here? Breton, there he is, third baseman. Jim Breton. All right, last round. Finally, let's get this over with. Let's go with draft pool hitters. Who's got some yellow? Who's got some? Ooh, John D. Fields. Oh, yeah. What a steal in the 10th round. Thank you for squeezing up there, John D. Fields. When did you play? You played in late in 2006. All right, that's who I'm taking. John D. Fields or Josh D. Fields. LA, New York, your last pick here, guys. Kantz is still on the board. Bart Kantz. All the pitchers are gone. No more pitchers for you. You got a Bob, not a Bob Horner, but you got a Bob Honor. Bob Honor. Bob Honor. Bob Owner. Bob Owner. Bob Honer. Bob Honer. Bob Owner. Another one to add to Dick Schott's dugouts. Durzen. Okay, Durzen. Bill Durzen? This guy? Was I reading that right? Bill Durzen? 18-year-old Bill Durzen. Okay, good. There he is. Easy to draft. And the draft is done. All right, let me save this up. Okay, we're going to take a break. While I do that, I'm going to get the exhibition game set up. So we'll be back with the exhibition game. See who takes it down. See if you can earn 5 packs for chat here. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we're back and we're almost ready for our exhibition game, and then we're going to roll through the season. We'll be finished the stream in probably about 25 minutes, so definitely before the top of the hour. Let's go and take a look. I'm just going to quickly adjust the teams here. So again, the chat. Okay, 22 players. We'll do a few more here. Let's add Jack up there. Who else wants to play an exhibition game? Reese McGuire? Yeah. How about Jeff Bagwell? Come on to the pros. Tommy Thompson, you get to play. Oh, I can't put you on the roster here. So now I get to go and release a few guys. Thank you for your contributions for a couple years, but you are retiring. And you are retiring. And Don Prince, enjoy your trip to retirement. Okay, Thompson, you get to come in, and Ozzie Guillen, you get to come in. Harry Heilman, you're going to stay one more year in A-ball. Flynn to double. Sanders to double. Johnson to double. Frederick to double. Heights to double. And Shields to double. Okay, so we got our lineup set. Red arrow means you go down. Red arrow go down. So we got a stacked double A team. And only 25 on the roster. So Dan Pfister, you go down. And Mickey McGuire, you go down. Okay, I'm down to 25. Chat, you guys are up next. We got to fix up your team here. I know you said Billy Williams, currently Billy Williams. Cub fan Steve, if you're here, Cub fan Steve, do you want Billy Williams in left or right? I'm going to let you be the Billy Williams expert. Hey, GT Sundown, no problem for the gift sub. Again, thank you for the contributions and the support. And Captain Kegleg gifting a sub to Mr. Audit. Mr. Audit, if you're in the chat, give a big shout out to Captain Kegleg for the gift sub. Sounds like something you can come back from. A trip to retirement. Well, not in this game. They are retired. Put him in right field so we can play Carroll in left. Okay. So Billy Williams, strategy. Put you in right field. And Cub fan Steve, our outfield manager. We are going to. Oh, we got to manage your roster here. So you're allowed 25 players. Anyone in the minors you want to move around. I'm sure you probably want to do. I'm just going to automatically move the guys in red to go down one level. And I'm going to move the guys in green to go up one level. Because that's what the game recommends. And I'm going to move them up one more. So there you go. So the question is, do you want Ali Reynolds, Bresnahan, Cade Cavalli, John Clarkson, do you want them on the Major League team? And if you want more than two of them on the Major League team, we have to move some of these guys down. Reynolds is fully developed, but can playing him in AA improve his stamina? Depending on his age. He's 24 years old. If anything, you might want to keep him in AAA because he's fully developed. Bresnahan should stay down. And you want him as a two-way? I guess that makes sense. Put him as a two-way. And so Reynolds in the big leagues or keep him in AAA. You want to keep him in AAA. So we got a couple people saying moving him up. Okay, we're going to move him up. I'm going to retire your lower level guys just to speed things up. So your older lower level guys are retired. So Reynolds, fully developed, he's in the majors. You do have one more open roster spot. Bresnahan, Cavalli. Here's Cade. He still needs some development. John Clarkson's only 19. Clarkson, yeah, I don't know if you want Clarkson in AAA at 19. He might hurt his development. Brent, we're forming your lineup for the season here. Corbin Carroll is a 2-star already. He looks like he's fully developed. Doesn't mean he can't develop anymore. 20 years old. Center field right now, you got Lloyd Wainer, which is, man, what a great player you guys took last week. Here's Mike Lowell. He's 2 stars already, 23 years old. Probably shouldn't be an A ball. Probably should move him up. Yeah, they can still develop on the major league roster, but it's not as likely, especially if they don't get a lot of playing time, especially if they struggle. They could actually hurt their development. They could regress. Whereas if you play them in the minors, they're more likely to develop up rather than down. As long as you have them at the right level. If you have them playing too high of a level, they'll regress. Too low of a level, and they'll regress. You got to find that sweet spot. But they can develop in the majors for sure. Carolyn Double A, I think, is a good choice. The thing is, if we move him to Triple A, he doesn't have a red arrow. So as a 20-year-old, probably Double A is a good choice. Lowell, 23 years old. Do you want him in the majors or Triple A? For Lowell, it's either Triple A, where he's not red, but he doesn't want to go up. And he does have some developing to do. Remember, this is not a World Series season. I mean, you want to do what's best for your players because you're not going to win the World Series. You're a few players away from that. So it's more you got to beat me. That's your goal. Have a better record than I have. Triple A for Lowell. Clarkson as a 19-year-old, I think he's our last decision then. 19-year-old Clarkson, do you want him in double, single? He's got a lot of work to do. I think you guys want to train him as a two-way and see which one he works out best as. We'll put him as a two-way player. Caged, I think A is the best choice for a 19-year-old. Good call there. Who will play left if we leave Billy in right? Well, right now, you got Jim McKnight, who can pretty much play anywhere. Billy Ott, right fielder, and Lloyd Wainer. You still can move one guy up here. If there's one guy, Jackie Davis, if you want to move him up as another outfielder. But other than him and this guy, who you don't want there, this is your only other outfielder in the organization. Yeah, Clarkson can hit too, so that's why I put him to a two-way. You're going to have a bunch of Otanis. You got enough pitchers on the team. You got 2 catchers. You only got 4 outfielders, so maybe you want to move up Jackie Davis since you have 1 roster spot left. He's only 1 star, but he's there as a emergency fill-in, I guess. Or do you throw in Corbin Carroll now? 20 years old, fully developed. So keep Carroll 1 year in the minors. See if he can develop a little bit more. Okay, let's throw Jackie Davis up there just to fill out your roster, since I'm not seeing any opposition to that. And now we'll go to the pitching here and stamina. Gibson, Rudolph, Turley, McLean. Medium, long. Okay, I'm just setting my roster here. For the exhibition game, I'm just going with what the AI wants to do. No DH. Remember, your pitchers will hit. All right, chat. So what do you want to do with your pitching rotation? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is fine for 1964. And let's double check on Mr. Carroll. I mean, I think you still want Billy Williams in right, so keep Carroll in left. You want to keep Carroll in left? Reynolds, number 3. I'll move it along like you guys want me to do here. If there's anything you want me to do in the pitching, Koufax, number 1. Reynolds, number 3. Nope, you don't need a 4-man rotation. If you want to go 4-man, or you don't need a 5-man rotation. 4 is enough. Yeah, I think Carroll needs to develop in left. Yeah, so we'll keep him at left field there. All right, chat. We have a debate: 4 or 5 for starters. Put a 4 if you want 4 starters, 5 if you want 5. First one to reach 3. All right, 4 it is. So we're going to go with 4. Anything else you want to change here with your pitching rotation? Koufax, Olivares, Reynolds, and Sam Jones. Tip O'Neill is a two-way player right now, and he's a hitter. And you've got him in the relief role. So you either want to move him into the rotation to play to hit as a pitcher, or you want him just as a hitter. So yeah, you guys have to decide that. What do you want to do with Tip O'Neill? Because I don't know how many at-bats he's going to get as a relief pitcher. I don't think they can do both. Any agreement for Caged Wisdom not wanting Tip to pitch? Batter? Okay, so we're going to take Tip off as a pitcher. And now we got to set his position. Left field or center field? Where do you want Tip O'Neill? I guess he could be your left fielder. Left fielder. You guys lucked into it because you were looking for a left fielder, and Tip could be that. So we're going to set him to left field. That was very fortunate. All right, so that leaves you with this as your pitching. Let's go to your hitting. I'm just going to AI it for now. That is mine. And this is yours. Yeah, Carroll going into left field. Carroll might be the odd man out, but you could always train Tip O'Neill to be a first baseman too in a season or two. Tip can go to first base. Even though he's not listed as a first base, in real life he played first base, so he'll probably train okay at first. And even if he doesn't, who cares? It's first base. Yeah, Carroll's in double A. All right, so drop Jackie Davis, who I brought in. Drop him for a relief pitcher, Jackie Davis. Back down to triple. Relief pitcher, You want Cade Cavalli in as your relief pitcher, or do you want him one more year in AAA? Yeah, you got a lot of left field. Eventually, you'll have to move someone to first base. But I think you put Tip O'Neill at first base once you bring Carroll up. He's got a little bit of infield range, like a little bit of infield ability. Cavalli is fine. He is up. 23-year-old. Yeah, I guess he can come up to the majors. Almost fully developed. So we're just going to go put him in your lineup. Boom. All right, chat, here you go. This is your lineup. Cade makes the team. Jennings, Wayner, Kingman, Billy Williams, Tip O'Neill, Charlie Smith, El Tappe, and Elder White. Are you seeing anything that you want to move here? Minerva will be delighted. Okay, I think we're good to go. Not seeing any other changes. We got a basic lineup in. We can go to the exhibition game. All right, 5 packs on the line. If you win, none if I win. And we're just going to go best on best. Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax today on the mound. Or maybe not. Whoever they put in. Joe McLean. Interesting. Maybe I didn't have Bob Gibson in the right place. Well, your win then. First pitch of the exhibition game is a single by Huey Jennings. All right, we're going to go runners in scoring position. 2-0 for chat. Go to the bottom. And a key strikeout. Next up, Daddy Wags against Sandy Koufax, and he paints the outside corner. Jeff Bagwell in the lineup, and his very first at bat as a laptop town player. What a drafted player, 3rd overall, his first plate appearance, even though it's exhibition. 2-run shot by Jeff Bagwell to tie up the game. Oh, yeah. All right, we go to the second inning. Neither team scores. We go to the third. Still no scoring. Bottom of the fourth. We're going to the 5th inning. The pitchers have settled down. Lloyd Wayner at the plate. 2 out. Up against Joe McLean. Strikes him out. Gets out of the jam. Go Hound as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of 6. Bottom of 6. This 2 hits Sandy Koufax has given up. Unfortunately, one of them is a Jeff Bagwell 2-run home run. Runner on second base, Leon Wagner at the plate. Wagner into right field. 2 away. Jeff Bagwell. Dun, 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 dun. Bagwell, Koufax. Bagwell lines that one into center field. That's going to drop in front of center fielder. Bagwell with an RBI, and the laptop pound takes a 3-2 lead against Sandy Koufax. We go to the 7th. McLean still in the game, and we go to bottom of 7. Runner on for Rick Hersher. Strikes out. Sandy Koufax, 6 strikeouts, 6 2/3 innings. That one is an out as we head to the 8th. And we'll be back in 2 minutes. for our last ad break. All right, we are back. It is the top of the eighth inning. Laptop Hound up 3-2. Sandy Koufax at the plate. It looks like the AI, the manager's letting Sandy bat. They want to keep him in the game. He's only given up 5 hits. So here we go. Back to the top of the eighth. Sandy Koufax strikes out. They keep him in the game. Let's go tell runners in scoring position. And chat has runners on first and second for Billy Williams. Just don't hit it to Leon Wagner because Daddy Wags has a rating of 1 in center field. I got to wait until, my player develops in the minors. So Billy Williams has a chance to tie the game with one swing of the bat or the lead. Here's the pitch to the shortstop over to first for the third out as we go to the bottom of 8. And Lap adds another run. Must have been a home run. Who did it? Leon Daddy Wags with the home run in the bottom of the 8th against Sandy Koufax. And that may be enough. Sandy, they're keeping him in the game. Gives up another hit. Reese McGuire, newly drafted Reese McGuire, strikes out, and that'll take us to the top of the 9th. Tip O'Neill, Smith, and El Tape due up. Oh, that insurance run was key with a Leon Wagner home run as we got a triple by Tip O'Neill. Good move, making sure he played at bat, guys, because he's not very useful as a pitcher. Billy Ott at the plate. That one's hit the short. Runner freezes. 1 away. El Tape. They're not pitch hitting for the catcher. High fly ball deep to center. That should score a run. Here comes Tip O'Neill. And that Daddy Wags home run in the bottom of the 8th might be enough. Jim McKnight at the plate, pinch hitting for chat. Eric Young with the pitch. That one is into right field. It is not over, chat. It goes to the wall, and the pinch hitter rounding second, heading for third. Oh, and he's thrown out. Base running miscue. Down the toilet he goes. He had a double. with the pitching spot due up next, and he decides to go for 3. Idiot. What an idiot. Demote him. Oh, my first exhibition victory over you guys. Jeff Bagwell, number 3 overall, 3 RBIs, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 RBIs, and he's still got some developing to do as a 21-year-old. Oh no, do I keep him up? I don't want to stunt his development. Okay, let's go on to the beginning of the regular season, opening day. And then we'll ask you if you want to make any more changes because we're going to fast sim up till the All-Star break. So you won't have a chance to make any changes until the All-Star break. Top 100 prospect list has been announced, and Harry Heilman for Laptop Pound, currently 19 years old, in single A ball. He is your number 1 prospect going into the 1964 season. Also, number 4 prospect, Jeff Bagwell. And that's it. No other players from our team. If we go in, we'll look for the first Twitch player. Twitch chat, you have Mike Lowell at 61. And Allie Reynolds at 22. And that's it. That's it. I've got 98 Charlie Shields. So I've got a couple big hitters on there. You've got a pitcher. In terms of changes, I'm going to go to a 4-man rotation. I had my number 5 guy going up against you guys in the exhibition. You had Sandy Koufax. I should have got crushed. I can't believe they put him in. All right, for my hitters, I am going to make one change. I don't want Bagwell to regress. I don't want him in the majors yet. So I'm going to move him to, I know he wants to go up, but I'm going to keep him a year in Triple A. And I don't really have anyone else to move up here. Flynn, Frederick, Heilman, you're going to stay one more year in Single A. Pites, you can go down. Who do I bring up? Roy Sanders? Yeah, Roy Sanders is another relief pitcher. All right, well, let's go to you guys quickly. Twitch chat, any changes to your pitching? Do you want to cut that guy that pinch hit and had an easy double? Pitching okay? Looks okay to me. Don't think there's much to change there. And my hitting, because I sent down Bagwell, I got to have put John Kennedy at first base. I think. No, we're going to put you at first base against the righties. Okay, we'll just auto that. Ooh, only got 1 catcher. That can't happen. How do I only have 1 catcher? Joe Dunn, 22 years old, or Silver Flint. Joe Dunn, you got to come up. So back down goes my pitcher, Roy Sanders. Joe Dunn, I know you don't want to go up, but you have to. Elmo, you get to retire. Enjoy your retirement. Well, that was good. I double checked because you kind of need 2 catchers. Good. Right-handed. Good. Only got 1 center fielder, so we'll have to move Carl Boyles. Carl Boyles. Yeah. Change your position. Center field. All right. I am set, guys. So you're hitting now. Anything you want to change with your hitting? Just like me to draft one catcher. Yes. Any changes? You've got a high quality outfield between Tip O'Neill, Billy Williams, and Lloyd Wainer. Worried a little bit about his ability to develop. Scares me a little bit that he's in the pros right now, but he is almost 23, so he might not get hurt too bad. Keep an eye on that. He's 40 out of 100 contact. Keep it the same. Okay, you guys are ready to roll. Let's fast sim this to the All-Star game, where you guys were almost 500 last season. So again, you can still win some packs if you have a better regular season than me, if you get some award winners, if you make the World Series. And we got Milt Stock with a 34 on game base streak. Laptop Hounds, Milt Stock, 34 games in a row. As the game says, that's nice. To the All-Star game we go. Twitch chat with 17 wins, Laptop Hound with 11. Twitch chat moving up the scoreboard there. At one time you were third in the NL. You've kind of went to 500 now. Still not at the All-Star break. Got to check how many All-Star players you guys will have selected to the team, as that was one of the questions. And the final score of that exhibition game was 4-3, so 7 runs scored in that game. All right, we are at the All-Star break. And does it show me that exhibition game in March? It does. 4-3, and one of the tiebreakers was how many hits? 15 hits. Okay, gotta write that down. All right, at the All-Star break, Twitch chat is 39 and 54. Currently, the third worst team in the league. Laptop Pound is 24 and 69. The worst team in the league. Lost the last 8 games. You guys have lost the last 5. Let's hope we get some All-Stars. Let's find out how many All-Stars are we going to get. Yeah, I don't know why Tip was not in the minors. No one shouted, put him in the minors. I think just because he was still way better than everyone else on the team. He's I don't know. 22, almost 23 years old. It's close. He still might develop though. All right, for your AL, do I have any players in the All-Star game? Milt Stock, way to go. Milt Stock hitting 300 for Laptop Pound. He has been selected to the All-Star game. Oh, we both missed out on this guy. Remember Henry Luff? 17-year-old Henry Luff? Well, Henry Luff is now a 4.5-star player. And as a 17-year-old, he has made the All-Star game. We both passed on this guy. He almost completely developed as a 17-year-old. So that's why I'm not too worried about Tip O'Neill, because if this guy can develop that quickly, wow. 12th overall by Kansas City. 17 years old. Anything can happen in this game. We whiffed. Well, I got Jeff Bagwell. I'm not too upset. You guys got I forget who you guys took, but yeah, that's incredible. Who else is on the team? Bob Gibson did not make it. So I've got one representative, but that wasn't the question. The question is, how many representatives will you guys have? Bubba Church? No. Tommy Green? Sandy Koufax has made the roster. That's one. Ali Reynolds. Congratulations, guys. Look at this. His profile completely changed, didn't it? He lost some movement, I think. But hey, he's 6-5 with a 2.16 ERA, and he made the All-Star game. And I do not have the setting where every team has to have a representative. I unchecked that. So not every team will be represented. So you've got two pitchers, any hitters. Ron Santo has made the All-Star game, not on your team. But no Billy Williams, none of your outfield made it. First overall pick, Todd Helton. He's going to be good. So stamina boost in half a season from 30 to 31. Yeah. But again, Henry Luff, we're going to both regret that for seasons to come. Wow. Okay, so the answer to the question is 2. You had 2 All-Star selections. You had 2, and I had, forget now, Milt Stock. So I just had 1. None of my pitchers made it. All right, we're going to fast sim through the All-Star game, see how our players did. Go the entire game. Okay, who got in here? Both of us, we just all had pitchers, didn't we? No, I had Milt Stock. Did Milt Stock get in? Oh, come on, game. You didn't even give him a chance to bat. Where's Milt Stock? There he is. DH 0 for 2. Moving on. Pitching. Ali Reynolds was the second pitcher brought in. 1 inning, no runs, no hits. And Sandy Koufax did not get the pitch in the All-Star game. Okay, poor Sandy. Okay, this is the only other time that you get to make changes. Now that we've simmed halfway through the season, I am going to, I got a guy 2 and 15. Okay, Bob Turley, you're my number 4 guy now. Anyone else I want to move? Tommy Thompson. You're having a good season. And for my hitters, do I want to make any changes? Stats. 303 for Ozzie Guillen. He's going to win some defensive awards. No, I'm good with my team. So chat, let's take a look at your team here, see if you want to make any changes halfway through the season. Your pitching's doing fairly well. Do you want to move Ali Reynolds up? Do you want to keep him at number 3? Do you want to move someone in instead of Sam Jones? Guillen with 3 walks. Yeah. Any pitching changes? Okay, we're going to leave pitching. Hitting wise, anything you want to change hitting wise? You got Jake Gibbs and El Tape. Joe Buck. I don't think you guys went with Joe Buck. I think Joe Buck fell short. I think, wasn't that where you took Corbin Carroll? Let's see. Oh, no, he's there. He's in single A. You got him. Here's the time to change. If you want to put him in, El Tape, he's 37 years old. There's El Tape. He's long in the tooth. And Jake Gibbs. John Buck. You want Buck. You want to get rid of Tape? Or maybe because he's 37 years old, maybe put this guy in the minors. Buck for Gibbs. Send Gibbs down. Okay, Gibbs is down. John Buck is in. We'll make sure he's your starter. And El Tape goes in as relief. And Tip O'Neill, yeah, he went from a 40 to a 50 in contact. So he is developing, which is good. If he stayed the same or if his avoid Ks, can't remember if his avoid Ks, did that stay the same or did that drop? Yeah, look at his 2.1 WAR. Well, when they put him in center field, he sucked. But in left field, he's doing really well. Yeah, last year he didn't get any mini at bats, right? Because he was a two-way and he was a relief pitcher. So little bit of wasn't really handled last year properly. Yeah. Last year he had one save as a pitcher and he did get 263 plate appearances though. So even though he was a relief pitcher, he did bat. Jennings, well, he's at a shortstop. Where are they putting him in the game here? They got Elder White. So I think the game, when I autoed it, the game has him at second base because that's his best position. He can train up to a 77 there. His range is 63, whereas Elder White can't play second base. Your call. Your call. Do you want Huey Jennings? Do you want me to force him at shortstop or keep him at second? Who else can play second base? Larry Burright, Ace Stewart, and Jim McKnight. So Ace Stewart can play second, and Larry can play second. And this is who you would be taking out. So I think you take out Elder, you put Huey, force him to go shortstop, and then probably Ace at second. Yep, that's what chat seems to be saying. Good call. So Elder is going out. You're putting Ace in at second. And just to make sure the game doesn't mess this up, we're going to go to Huey. And we're going to force him to play shortstop. How do you like that, chat? Do you want to move Ace Stewart up in the lineup a little bit? Keep him down. He's got the lowest contact. He's got decent power. Looks great. Yeah, you guys are sharp. That's good because putting Tip as a one-way and moving Huey to force him at shortstop, that definitely is the call. Okay, so let's finish off the season. We are now August the 1st. Let's go to September. Looks like you're going to win the regular season wins. You got 56 right now. I got 38. All right, some player development updates. Let's go take a look. Lee reports and info. Let's go take a quick look. Twitch chat. See if there's any big changes here. Sandy Koufax is kind of gone down a little bit. Ali Reynolds, this was in April. He dropped. Ali Reynolds has dropped. Lloyd Wayner gone up a little bit. Billy Williams has gone up a little bit. Ooh, big jump for Tip O'Neill. April 18th, Tip went up. And otherwise, not a lot. Corbin Carroll, he's going up a little bit. Bill Hogstead. Mike Lowell, kind of stayed the same. And then a drop for Bryant Nelson. So not much changes for you guys other than Koufax and Ali Reynolds dropping a little bit. But that was back in April. That was an April report. For myself, Jeff Bagwell. I'm glad I moved him to AAA. Jeff Bagwell has improved. And a regression for Eric Jung, who I don't really care about. Ozzie Guillen's gone up. And a big jump for Milt Stock. Milt, buddy. Milt was drafted in the second round a couple years ago. Okay, here we are with 1 month to go. Twitch chat, 56 wins, 39. We're both in lottery positions. Let's go to the end of the season. We are both eliminated from the playoffs. Who will win between the Mets? We got the Subway Series, the Mets and the Yankees. And of course, the Mets benefited because they won the draft lottery. And with that, they got Todd Helton, 23-year-old Todd Helton, who hit 315. Yeah, that happened. Mets, Yankees prevail. They win the World Series in this 1964 season. I got a score of 1. Yankees with 99 wins, Mets with 93 wins. Let's take a quick peek. They got Lou Brock, Brooks Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Don Mincher, Wes Covington, Johnny Edwards, Woody Held, Dick McAuliffe. And in their pen, they got Dean Chance, Matt Morris, Kawakami, Keaton, and Mossy. It's going to take us a while to build up our teams, guys, but we will get there. We will get there. Who will win the first World Series? Twitch chat, that's 5 packs for you for winning the regular season. And now we just got to find out awards. Is there a Cy Young Award? Is there a MVP award? Probably not. Because when we look at your team, Sandy Koufax had 11 wins, so I'm going to write that down. 11 wins for Sandy. And Ali Reynolds was over 500. His stamina stayed at 32. So maybe next season, hopefully you can get him up to at least 40. It's a good thing we're in 1960s because it doesn't hurt as much. And Billy Williams, how many home runs did he hit? He hit 13. So 11 wins for Koufax, 13 for Billy Williams. We go. Okay, on to our awards. Starting with the AL awards. Willie Mays wins the MVP. Al Downing, his second Boiled Egg Pitcher of the Year award. And Henry Luff, who we both passed on, I thought I'd get him for sure in the second round. I thought he's way down there. The AI won't take him. Well, AI, you are smart. Henry Luff takes Rookie of the Year for Kansas City, and Ron Guidry is your Wildcat Bandit Reliever of the Year. The Bunk Awards, any for my team? It doesn't look like it. Oh, Ozzie Guillen, one of many. He is going to win many EVC Bunk Awards at shortstop. Glad I got him. Probably the best shortstop rating in the game, I would think. So I got one Bunk Award. Did I get any Chess Safari hitting awards? Jody Reed, the second year in a row. Congratulations, Jody Reed, for taking home the Chess Safari second baseman hitting award. So one pitching and one hitting one Gold Glove and one hitting award for me. In the NL, Frank Robinson, his third in a row MVP, Cub fan Steve Award. Russ Bowers, his second Boiled Egg Award. Todd Helton, the D-Block Rookie Award. And Len Barker wins the Wildcat Bandit Reliever Award. Did you get any bunk? Any bunk for chat? No. No bunk awards for you guys. And how about hitting awards? Ron Santo, third baseman. And that is it. So you guys are shut out of all the awards here. I get Jody Reed and Ozzie Guillen. Lap going with the infield awards. 3 different World Series winners: Yankees, Braves, and the Guardians. Okay, so we just need to go up to the end of the month. We will save the game. We're going to hop over and check out who our winner is. 5 packs. That's all you guys earned today. You didn't even have a true captain. But we're going to give an extra 5 out anyway. So let's go here. And then we got to check in on the Bounty Award because the bounty, I'm sure, is done. So let me get that set up before we present our winner. There it is. Okay, let's zoom out a bit here. Create a filter. All right, how many of the 4 achievements did they achieve? You guys filled one. The only one that you had was better regular season. Oops, that's 0, not 0. 1. Gabagoo, not very confident in the Twitch chat today. Embezzler and GT Sundown. Next up, better regular season record. They both predicted that. How many make the All-Star game? They both predicted that correctly. Total runs scored in the game, the exhibition game, was 7. So congratulations, GT Sundown. You are the winner of the 5 packs that your team got you today. And I know your username is sundown_GT. Okay, GT Sundown is our winner, sundown_GT. Let's look at the bounty, but before we do that, Boomer has won 5 packs today. GT Sundown has won 5 packs today. Let's do one more random giveaway for those of you that are still hanging around. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket, as we go and look at the final results of the bounty tournament. Bride Av, thank you so much, Bride Av, for renewing your subscription with Prime. Bride Av, can you send me a Twitch whisper and just let me know in that whisper who a couple of your favorite players were, either now or growing up, what your favorite team is in Major League Baseball? So I want to do up a slide for you that I played during the commercial breaks for your constant support of the Hound. So yeah, send me a quick whisper of your favorite teams, favorite players, and that'll show up next week. All right, well, I lost first game to the Ducks, and then I go on to the B round, and I lose in the first game to this team here. Wheat Checks. So Wheat Checks, congratulations. You, along with Boomer and GT Sundown, Wheat Checks. What a cereal. No other packs. GT Sundown, you'll get the in-game packs for winning the entire bounty tournament. You had an easy time, GT. You went undefeated. Undefeated, my friend. You've had quite the day. You are subbing now. You won the 5 packs from the chat versus lap. You win this bounty tournament, 3 packs from the tournament. Way to go, GT. You took out Pop Stongoria, who had to come up from the B side. Okay, that tournament is done. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket, your last chance at some packs. Let's go check out the Laptop Daily. We should be close to being finished that one. Oh yeah, Evil VC beats me in round 1. Where are we? Man, gotta give it up to this kid. This kid is a quick learner. Music lessons is one game away from his second victory this week. On the other side, it's between the Dukes and the Yankees. So we have our final four. We have Barry Basher, who has to do a reverse sweep. And then we've got Rich Rock, who just beat out Sean Soul. Sean, you were one game away from making the semis. And then Brydav. Hey, Brydav, the Dukes. Go Brydav with a subscription and also with the lead in the semifinals. The El Dorado Wood Ducks knocked me out in game one and then knocked you out after I got you. Oh, so unfair. Well, jerks. Between me and you, should we give them 5 packs? Because you knocked me out. They knocked me out and they knocked you out. That's got to be worth it, right? What do you think? Should we give the Wood Ducks 5 packs? And then we'll do a random draw. So music lessons, Brydav, we've got the Yankees, and we've got Barry Basher. 3 teams I'm familiar with. So, 3 out of 4 of you, I'm not familiar with Rich Rock. Rich Rock, are you in the chat? And yeah, Llamas, well, you know what? Minerva sometimes passes his instructor in Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. And you, by watching a lot of streamers draft their team, you've done very well. 1 game away from the finals. You don't have much time to get up in that leaderboard. There's only like 8 days to go. But the Portland Llamas, I would love to see you up against Makadkar. I hope we get a you versus the Passamaquoddy team, because you are the 2 hot teams along with GT Sundown. The 3 of you are the 3 hottest teams right now. And then I'm going to put in D Block there because he's been pretty good in this tournament. So I think you guys are the 4 hottest teams right now in January. EVC was hot at the beginning and then he kind of tailed off a little bit. Who did you get? Magley, Hamels, Hamilton. Again, not a team that I look at as a dominant pitching staff. You do have some really good guys there, though. And then in terms of your hitters, oh yeah, Willits, Friel, Long, Clemente, Hinchman, Mathis. Yeah, you're learning well. You've learned good. Well, we're 50 seconds away to see if you can sweep your way into the finals. You've had 3 out of 4 Final Fours, but yet to make the finals. Well, make it happen. Make it happen, Brydav. All right, let's close off the contest here, see who our final giveaway winner is. Okay. Checking the chat and making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, winner is and just before I draw that, got to restart the game because it quit on me. It said, "You're running hot. The computer is hot." Again, I'm not on tomorrow. EVC will be on tomorrow at noon Eastern. Dr. Dynastic will be on about 2 p.m. Eastern. Spore mentioned today he might be back on to show some tournament cards, maybe. I heard someone mention that in chat. Don't know if it's true or not. And then, of course, TJ Lowerman tonight. So if you didn't get a chance to get all your drops from Spore today, TJ Lowerman will be on at 9 p.m. Eastern, where you can continue. It'll just pick up where it left off. So if you only have 15 more minutes to go, you only have to stay active for 15 minutes, or you could watch the whole stream. Okay, let's make our draw here. Draw winner. UVM Cats. UVM, who recently subscribed. There you go. Shoot me off a whisper there, UVM. Let me know what your perfect team username is. And if you're not familiar how to whisper, just click on my name there and click whisper. Okay, well, as I like to do once in a while, I like to end off just by humiliating myself and ranting, if possible, at how bad my cards are. So let's go through and do my laptop pound daily for tomorrow. Once again, EVC beat me in round one. No DH, 1985, and maybe I need help from music lessons. And we're going to speed draft this here because Willie Aikens, was he a new card today? Willie Aikens and Lucas Giolito. Speed drafting. Shane Green, Clyde Volmer, Larry Rosenthal, Scott Brocious. See if I can do this in under 5 minutes. Bobby Bobby, and Chris Duncan. The new Billy Butler with his don't cut the D block dragon Kansas City Royals. First chance I'm going to have using him. Billy Butler. And since it's working for music lessons, he's got him on his team today. We're going with Bill Hinchman. Let's go with the D block, the D Dempsey, the D block, Keston at second base, and Jonathan Sanchez. We need some pitching now. Jerry Remy, who I like, and Pete or Grover. Nope, let's go with George. Do it. And crap, because again, music lessons had crap on his team. And he's almost in the final. Walker Cooper's got some power, and then I need. Let's take both catchers. I'm just speed drafting. I'm probably missing a player or two. I better take a shortstop. Valentin, who just came out today, will give him a shot with that power and defense. And you know what? Let's take both shortstops. How's this Bud Smith? I think he came out today, didn't he, too? Didn't Bud Smith come out? If he did, I'm going to take him. All right. Hugh Nickel. Nope, I don't want Hugh Nickel. No nickel for me. Smith is good. He's no Bud Black. Yeah, this is probably my worst round. I have to think on this one. One, two. Okay, what do I got? I got 7 pitchers. I want probably 10, 7, 8. Nine. So a pitcher and probably a shortstop. Sparky Adams, Frank Coracetti. All right, let's take Jose. And then pitching wise, who do we got? No. Liberatore. Ryan Weathers. Nope. So it's either Liberatore or Shovel. Ooh. It's going to be a bullpen guy anyway, so let's go Shovel. All right, music lessons. Rate my team for me here. How did I do, Mr. 2 finals within 1 week? There's my pitching. Here's my hitting. Except maybe Christian Vasquez is not my starter. Walker? Christian. Yeah, we'll put Walker in. Walker against the lefties. Do that. We'll do this. That. Submit. All right. I feel this is definitely a round 3 team. This is a team that can make it to the 3rd round, or at least should make it based on the players. We got Giolito, Sanchez, Bud Smith, Hodge, and Crap. Green is a good closer. And then we've got Brocious, Rosenthal, Estelala, Keston, Willie Aikens, Jose Valentin. Got some new cards on here. Jeremy Remy. I want you up against the righties. Keston. Here's the D block warning. You can only play both of these guys at second base. Keston and Remy. And they're both good against the righties. So Remy, you got to be a defensive replacement. I think. Who's the other guy they had in there? Yeah, I'd rather have Remy as a defensive replacement. At least if he has to bat, he can bat. Well, when you look at it, when you look at that Bobby card, like cover up the rating on the card. That does not scream a 62 bronze. That screams like a 73 silver. Not a 62 bronze. No way people would lose a lot of money if they were asked what the overall rating on this card was, because you would not get many people that said 62. That is a fantastic card, and he can play 4 positions. All right, I'm coming for you guys tomorrow. I'm coming for you, EBC. I'm coming for you, Makad Carr. I'm coming for you, Bry Dav and Barry Basher, and Don't Cut the D Block Dragon and Music Lessons. Well, Music Lessons, Barry Basher has game 1 of the reverse sweep done. He's got 3 more to go, and it was a 12-inning game. Oh, Llamas, you tied it up in the 9th inning. Almost a comeback there for you. Barry Basher's is tough. He's not going to give you any games. And how did Brydav do? Brydav is up 3-1. So we could see these two teams facing off against each other. His grandson played in the 90s. I wonder how many are in this tournament here. Let's go take a look. Maybe I spelt his name wrong. Someone must have drafted him. There we are. Oh, there's quite a few. Let's narrow that down a bit. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 managers. How has he done? Hit 300 for the Knights. Sean's Washington Park Rangers, he hit 272. For the Mad Cows, he did not have a great series, but he only played 4 games. Under 100. For the Supercells, he would hit 293. For the Wolf Spiders, 450. For the Stargell Stars, he would hit 370. 357 with the 3D Brewers. For Ezra drafted him and he hit 283. And finally, for Makad Carr, for one of the best managers, he played the worst for, hitting 194. So where did Makad Carr lose out today? There he is. Lost out 4 games to 2. He had De Leon, he had Estella, Perez, Halter, Gaines, Eldred, Jimmy Key, Whitey Ford. He had another winning team here. That's a heck of a team for the Passamaquoddy. Just got that bad luck. That was a good team. Who did he lose out to? The Bees. Oh, Brent, for the second day in a row, you beat out GT Sundown, and then Barry Basher beat you in 7. For the second day in a row, he beat you in 7. You'll get him next time, Brent. Oh, man, that was close. You came back being down 3 games to 1. You tied it up at 3. So I want to check the team that beat Makad Carr. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. Makad Carr had a good team, but the Supercells had a better team. Like Makad Carr, in most tournaments, that team probably would have went to the final 8 at least. But in the second round, he had to go up against Goodrum, Pagliarillo, Bobby again, Earl Williams, Almora, Youngblood, Ozzie Smith. And then he has Sonny Gray, Dave Steeb, Carl Edwards Jr. I'm surprised this team didn't get to the Final Four. Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to? They lost to, oh, you beat them music lessons in 7 games. Wow. You lost the first 2. You won the next 2. You lost game 5. And then you won 2 in a row. Yeah, he was a little weak in pitching. If he had maybe one more high-end pitcher, probably would have went his way. Next sim is in. Okay, let's check it out. Yes, Saturday again. Don't forget to tune in for the round table at 4 p.m. Eastern with Don't Cut the D Block Dragon and with D Dempsey. That is the tentative team that's going to discuss all these lower level cards. And the Llamas and the Dukes, they make it happen. 3-2 victory for the Llamas over Kansas City. And Barry Basher scoring 2 in the top of the 9th. Good thing you got it when you could, because reverse sweeps are a thing in this game. And then the Dukes and Brydav. Congratulations, Brydav, on making your first final. 3-1. Going 13 innings. And the Dukes, the bad news is, there's never bad news making the finals, but the bad news is you guys don't get an off day, which kind of sucks. Too bad they didn't give you one off day, because both of you finished in 5 games. They go right to the finals. So I'm curious how that's affected your pitching, because I know music lessons, you went 7 games the previous series. So let's check out how tired you are. Not bad. We'll see after the next game what it looks like. And the Dukes, you're right at the top. That's easy to find. Yeah, not bad. You got a little bit of a shorter pitching staff. Hitting wise, the Dukes are, yeah, you might have to do some micromanaging there to give your stars a rest, because Dink, Joey, Bobby, Stalker, Badu, Rosenthal, you had a pretty good team. You got a great team here. They might need a little bit of a rest. I don't know. There might be a game you might need to put in your reserve roster and just say, you know what? We're willing to take the loss on this one. Let's check Portland. Not as bad, but Clemente, Berra, and Hinchman getting tired. What do we have for a pitching matchup? A 4 versus 1. So the Llamas have John Matlick, because they did not get any off days. Magley will be ready next, and then Hamill. So you'll be able to go Matlick, Magley, and Hamels. The Dukes are going Hershiser, String Bean, and Hogg. Pretty even matchup. I think they have the advantage on the pitching right now, but you have the advantage, I think, on the rested players. So I'm not going to stay here for the full 7 games, because it might go 7 games, and that would be an hour and 10 minutes. No one else is streaming to raid into, though. I was hoping there would be someone I could raid into, but can't do that. So let's wait for that first sim to come in. What else do I want to do? What else? You know what? There's 63 teams here. Let's fill that one out. And then we'll do the draft. We'll look in on game 2, and then we'll call it a day. Saturday, we should be able to see the final results because we start at 2 on Saturday. So we'll definitely be able to check in. Game 1, not in yet. Again, if you're looking for more OOTP to watch later today, TJ Lauerman will be on at 9 p.m. Eastern. Ezra Denny with his San Francisco Giants save will be on at 11:30 Eastern. So if you still need to catch some more drops from the main channel or from one of the affiliates, there will still be more streams coming on later. EVC and NYC back tomorrow at noon with his Guess the Set content. The Doc with his Dugout back at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got Tetsuiji on at 5 p.m. Eastern with his Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. So we got a full lineup, and then Ezra on late tomorrow night too. The pre-twip show with EVC, Spore, and myself back Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Rob Dishnet is back to host the Twipped Thursday at noon, and then the Hawk Report and Dr. Dynastic and more after that. PBE Sim, they start their regular season tonight. So PBE will be simming tonight with the start of the season. And the Commish, FK and Commish, will be back on the 28th, Sunday the 28th, after his vacation. All right, music lessons, Bride Ave. Let's see. The Llamas win game 1. 8-4, scoring 5 in the third. That will do it. That's all they would need. 8 runs on 12 hits. Oral Hershiser takes the loss. John Matlick, what a find there. Music lessons. This is not supposed to be a meta pitcher. 6-0. What did you see in him that we did not? Mind you, he's your number 3 starter or 4 starter. You got lucky. You got the good John Matlick today. 6-0. And the scary thing is, he could go 7-0. You guys go to a game 6. He's back in there. Home run by Joey Gallo, his 10th home run of the tournament. Joey still clobbering him, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. Ooh. Okay, question is, how tired is the Dukes? They're good to go. How about Portland? They're good to go. Hitting wise, the Dukes, they're better. They've only got Dale Murphy and Joe Tipton. So maybe they did rest some players in game 1. And then Portland, you're good to go. Reggie Willits is at 84. So he'll probably need a day off today or tomorrow. And then you're fine. So you guys don't have many stamina issues. Maybe your pitchers a little bit. All right, I'm going to do my double perfecto draft. But this time, I'm not picking any players. You are. Year is 2000. We're in the power era. We're playing at Crosley Field, which favors right-handed BABIP and really suppresses home runs. Not a lot of home runs at Crosley Field. So right-handed BABIP is kind of the more advantageous. Again, we're playing in the power era, though, so that's going to be interesting. Not a good power park, but it's a power era. You hacked his card. Hacker, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You were a professional hacker. You should draft Warren Hacker. You ever see him in iron? You got to have him on your team now. That's got to be the symbol for music lessons is Warren Hacker. 50 iron card. Okay, guys, pick a player. Pick a player. First name I see twice, I'm going to draft. Yeah, Warren Hacker is your Johnny Dickshot. I love it. I want to see Warren Hacker pitch to Johnny Dickshot. All right, one Guidry. This is year 2000. Homer suppressed park. So, you know, these are the ratings here. Little bit okay on the BABIP, especially for righties. Home runs are really suppressed. Guidry it is. All right. Ezra with the deciding vote. And since we get two, we need a second vote for Schaefer or we need someone else. First two names I saw, Schaefer and Guidry. Whoa, is this a new card? Neil Kotz? Oh, when did this card come out? That must be tournament batch 5. Whew. All right. Who do you got? Who do I take? Oh, is it out already? The new tournament batch? Wow. Is it like actually in tournaments? All right. D Block is saying Cots and Black. So it's out, just not in packs yet. That's why it was a little slower to load on my screen. That's how you know it's a newer card. When all the other cards come up and the other one doesn't show for like a second, boom, that's a newer card. That was my first clue. Stream coming tomorrow. Okay, well, maybe we'll see some here. So we got one vote for Cots and Black. We got one vote for Rollins. Someone break the tie. I need two of these guys. Collins and Cott. Okay, I see two Rollins and two Cotts. Cotts and Rollins. Getting a lot of good relievers. Jenkins, Thatcher, McDonald, Molitor. If you guys say Mitch Garver, I will hunt you down. I will hunt you down and buy you a coffee. Jenkins and Thatcher. D-Block says none. Well, they won't let me advance, D-Block. They won't let me go ahead. And I'll check on that ranking for your team there because we did have issues with GT Sundown in the ranking. So D-Block, I will check on your ranking for the overall. For some reason, there's a couple cells that don't seem to want to work. D Dempsey made that for me. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Leroy Jenkins and Margaret Thatcher. Ooh, we got a politician. Next up, pick two. Again, I'm taking whoever you guys pick. First two names I see. Well, first two voted for twice. Margaret Thatcher, conservative, 1980s. Her and Ronald Reagan were the political couple of the time. Yeah, not a lot of good choices here. Slim and Mantilla. Okay, let's do it. Mantilla, an oldie but a goodie. Does that Clippard card still play? It was good for a long time. Oh, thanks, music lessons. Thanks for bringing up these repressed memories. Not as bad as my draft last week. Thank you. That was on Saturday, by the way. That wasn't too long ago. It was like 3 days ago that I had that draft. Yeah, this is gross. Okay. Just throw a couple names out there. Davis and Archie? Sure. Speaking of gross, well, this is a little bit better. So, Chad, it is true. You can get bad drafts once in a while. You can get just horrible cards. Congratulations to GT Sundown winning the bounty tournament today. Congratulations to the team that took me out. Got their name written down here somewhere. Where is that team? Looks like your PTCS drafts. Yeah. Oh, Rob Deere and headlights once in a while. Oh, okay. 90% of the time, I get lousy drafts on stream. When I'm off stream, I get like, oh, here, do you want Cole? Do you want Corbin Carroll? Hey, how about a Willie Mays? It's usually I have like all the meta and I only get to pick two when I'm drafting online, but online, oh no, give me Pablo Sandoval and Lou Brown. Okay, this is so bad. I don't care what you guys think anymore. I'm just taking players. I'm just this. I already conceding. Is this another tournament 4 card or tournament 6? Jason Castro. We got a Thatcher. We got to have a Castro. Let's just take the all politician team. You see a politician's name, I'm drafting him. Lap, don't rant. It was not as bad as Saturday. Saturday was the worst daily draft you've had. Okay, this is for you, D Block. Connie Rector. Rector, Thatcher, Castro. And Mark Kana. Radcliffe and this is okay. No, I'm not going to say this is bad. This is unpleasant. Lopez. Bleh. Carruthers. Baldy. Maurice. Sherrod. Aaron Rodgers. No, that's Andre Rodgers. I don't see any politicians. There must have been some guy named Ward. Yeah. Oh, now let's go Aaron Plunk. Eric Plunk. Oh, okay. Awful. Why even bother, Lap? Why set all this stuff when you're going to be heartbroken losing in game 7 in extra innings? But hey, the Oilers play tonight. Columbus Blue Jackets. Look at it. Like when you think of studded meta lineup, you think of this roster right here. Am I right? Brendan Ryan, Schaefer, Walter Jenkins, Jimmy Rollins, Jason Castro, Pablo Sandoval, Chris Davis, Felix Mantilla, and Lou Brown. Can it get any better? I need a drink. Okay, let's go back to the Laptop Daily so we can celebrate success, not failure. Failure? Out the window. Let's talk about success. Game 2, Dukes, Llamas. Llamas up 1-0. Yes, I'm broadcasting this because we have both managers in the chat. String Bean Williams on the mound, and he gives up a walk. Vic Davalilalo down the third base line. Is it awful? I think you need good defense at third. Come on. Bro comes home, and of course the cameras don't catch it because he's had a few too many early on in the game. All right, Sal Magley on for the Llamas, and Sal is welcomed with a shot to left field. That is Rob Deer territory, and the Llamas give up 2. It is now 3-2 for the Llamas as we go to the 4th inning. Llamas at bat. String Bean delivers over to second, back to first for the double play, and we go to the 6th inning. 3-2 Llamas, up 1 game. Hinchman at the plate. Oh, Hinchman drives that into the second row, right into the granddaughter's lap. She's got a souvenir, folks, from Bill Hinchman, a 4-bagger to make it 4-2. Bottom of 7, Dink, Magley, pitch, driven into the gap, just over the shortstop's head. That is going to be a single for Dink Mothel. And Larry Rosenthal, a very polarizing player. Some love him, some hate him as a card. Let's see. Is he going to be loved? Is he going to be hated? This one driven up the middle. Rosenthal delivers. And we have nothing going on. We jump to the bottom of the 8th inning. Magley still in the game. Bobby Lowe at the plate. Can Brydav get on base? He will. Bobby Lowe drives that one into right field. Runner on, tying run in the form of Kevin Stalker with his 39 power. Drives that one to short. Takes the fielder's choice for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Akil Baddoo. Baddoo, 63 power, 69 power against the righties. Magley, struggling. 8th inning. Here comes the pitch. And Badon. I copyright that. Bagon. And Magley, maybe he needed to be lifted there. Maybe he's got a long hook. But Magley, and the coach is leaving him in. The manager is saying, we're winning or losing with you. And Dave Kingman at the plate in a 4-4 game. Kingman squeezes one down. It is an inside the park single. Yeah. Copyrighted Laptop Hound. Inside the park single. Joey Gallo. Magley, what's going on? Why are you leaving Magley in? Music lessons, if we've taught you anything, don't let him pitch 9 innings. Here we go. Joey Gallo. Oh, he strikes out. Magley crawls to the bench. All right, we go to the top of 9. Breslow in the game for Brydav. That one driven into right field and caught. You got short hook set and aggressive hook. Well, you did the right thing. Maybe he hasn't thrown that many pitches, though. Maybe he's still like at 80 pitches. I mean, he's only given up 8 hits, so could be. Berra, Dale, pitch. First baseman jaunts over to first for the out, and we go to the bottom of ninth. The walk-off situation. Dink Kid. You don't want to say those in the same sentence. Kid Gleason, Dink Mothel with the pitch. Here it comes. Eventually, now Mothel with the drive into right field. That is going to be the first out. We've got Larry Rosenthal, 1 away, 2-strike count. Rosenthal once again delivers with a single to center field. Oh, why do you give me a name I can't pronounce? Frank Baumholtz. Ooh, does that mean synchronicity home run? Frank Baumholtz? Let's find out. Nope. Frank K. Holtz. Copyrighted Laptop Hound 2024. Okay, we go to Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy can park one. He can park one into the left field bleachers. It is a 1-1 count. Kid Gleason with the pitch. And that one gets away from the catcher. Over to second goes, who is that? Dink Motho, I think? No, Rosenthal. Now we have a 2-2 count. Oh, key strikeout. And we're going extras with Cloyd? Cloyd? Was your mother named Clarence and your dad named Floyd? Cloyd. Well, he takes a walk. Kingman, that is. Kingman on second now, 1 away for Cabrera. Strikes out. Wasted opportunity. How about Ryan Friel? This is a I rock this favorite card here. Strikes out. All right, Cloyd. 1 more to get out of the inning. Oh, that's driven up the middle. Center fielder grabs it. Here comes. Oh, no. A goof by the center fielder. And Kingman comes in to score with the go-ahead run. Bobby Lowe looking for some revenge here to get that one back. Oh, and he drives that one right into the left fielder's glove. Looked promising, though, Bobby. It looked promising. Kevin Stalker. Kid Gleason. That one is, again, give that left fielder a steak dinner tonight. Who is that? Bill Hinchman. With 2 outs in the 10th inning, it's all up to Akil Baddoo, who homered back in the, when was that, the 8th inning? Akil Baddoo. Let's see, can he hit his back-to-back home runs? Oh, that one's driven. That's going to drop, though. Hey, game is not over. Do not warm up the bus yet, because Buddy Lewis, pinch hitting, has something to say about it. Buddy Lewis with 35 power, not likely to hit a home run, not likely to hit a gap hit. If anything, it's going to be a little squibber to third base. Let's see. Oh, no. He hits it deep to right, but into the glove of the right fielder. And music lessons will take game 2 in a thrilling 10th inning victory, 5-4. The Dukes tie it up in the 8th inning, but the Llamas score 1 in the 10th, and that is going to give them a 2-0 series lead as we go to game 3 in Portland. Game 3 and 4 will be held in Portland. Let's go in. Let's check it out. Brydav needs to do a little bit of work here. And let's go back one. Highlights. All right, Portland with the home field advantage now. This could be it. Not technically, but theoretically, this could be it. We go to the bottom of the first. Portland with the drive into the gap. That is going to move the runner from first over to third. And the runner's going to try to score and will with the first run and a double by Clemente, who advances to third. And we have a 3-0 lead in the second inning. Dukes, wake up. Take the smelling salts. Have a cup of coffee. Rosenthal with 2 on, grounds out, double play. We go to the top of the third. The Dukes again looking to get things going. That one driven deep to left field. Badu Bagon. Hey, I got to say that twice in one stream. Copyrighted. Laptop Hound 2024. That'll make it 3-1. Herman Long, he's got some power. Herman going long. "5-1 for Portland." Those Llamas, reminiscent of a game a couple days ago where they won 20-2. They are pouring it on in the 5th inning as it is now 8-2, and they're still batting. Deion Sanders gets one by the first baseman. Being chased down to the wall. 1 run comes in, 2 runs come in. Deion with the triple, and it is now 10-4. All right, top of 9. Loaded bases. Frank Bomb Holtz. Frank, can you live up to your name this time? A grand slam would be sweet. Frank non-bomb Holtz with the strikeout, and those pesky little hackers, the Llamas, take game 3 in convincing fashion by a score of 10-4. The Llamas are out hit 14-11, but 2 errors from the Dukes by Tipton and Boole. Win for Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels is now 5-0. Brad Hogg drops to 3-3. And those Dukes, they're getting the pitching. John Matlick, 6-0. Cole Hamels, 5-0. Home runs by Herman Long, Berra, and Badu for the Dukes. Well, you know what that means. A reverse sweep incoming. Llamas up 3. We've got Sloppy Thurston going up against Joey Hamilton. Sloppy is undefeated so far. Joey has 1 loss. And let's take a look at the path to the finals while we're waiting for this sim to come in. The Llamas, in round 1, they would defeat Wisconsin 4-0. In round 2, they defeat the Stargell Stars 4-1. They move on to round 3, and in round 3, where are they here? They go to 7 games, their toughest competition up against the Supercells, and they win game 6 and then game 7 to advance to the quarters. In the quarterfinals, they take on the Wichita Eagles by Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon, and they defeat them in 6. Coming back from 2-1 down, they win game 4, game 5, game 6. Dave Kingman, the player of the series. And in the semifinals, in 5 games, Dale Berra takes Portland to a 5-game victory over Barry Basher's Kansas City Wizards. On the other side, we've got the Alexandra Dukes. Let's see if we can find them here. Where are those Dukes? They defeat in 7 games Makos, winning game 7 4-0. After that game 7 celebration, they go on and they play the Jokerfish and take them in 5 games, winning game 5 4-3. Moving on to round 3, the Dukes take on, where are they here? They take on Cavacomp, and they beat Cava in 6 games, winning games 4, 5, and 6. Joey Gallo, player of the series. In the quarterfinals, the Dukes take out the Stalkers in 5 games. In the semis, they go up against the Mill Basin Yankees, another good team in this tournament, and they defeat them. Bobby Lowe, the tournament MVP there. And now we head to game 4. Sweep, or will the Dukes stay alive at least one more sim? Let's find out. All right, we are in the first inning back in Portland for game number 4. Joey Hamilton on the mound gets the first out of the inning. Up to the 3rd now. Alexander Dukes plop one over. What a bouncing ball. It hits shallow center field and then kind of bounces over the wall. That was worth a second look. What kind of silly putty action do we have here? Boing, boing. That reminds me of throwing rocks on the water. Skipping along with a ground rule double. All right, runner on 3rd for Baumholtz, and he delivers this time. He had a good night's sleep, had a good breakfast, and that gives the lead to the Dukes. Dukes up 1-0, bottom of 4. Deion Sanders. Football? No way. He's all about baseball today. Gets a triple last game, and now he has a sliding double. Deion with the double. Roberto Clemente looking to cash him in. Here comes the runner. Out at the plate. Gamble does not pay off, and the Dukes, could that be a key mistake? Joe Garagiola, bottom of the 4th, as Portland looks to tie this up. Garagiola, that is another ground. No, it's not a ground rule double. It stays in the park. Get out of my way, guy. You're standing up. You're blocking the view. Thank you. Disrespectful fans. It is 1-0. Bottom of 4, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Cabrera at the plate, not Miggy, the other Cabrera, and pop up to left field. Dukes escape, giving up some runs as we go to the 7th. Jumping ahead, only 3 hits for Portland. The Dukes, Rick Grimes from Walking Dead fame. Oh, Kevin Stalker. Was that Kevin Stalker? Who was that? No, Herman Long. He cannot handle the ball. Long not handling that shot to short. Still the lead for the Dukes. They get a run, probably on that error. Joe Garagiola up against Sloppy. Joe Sloppy. Sloppy Joe. Copyrighted no, that's already used. Sloppy Joe's taken, right, guys? I can't coin that term. Darn it. All right, runner on first base, Cabrera. not a home run guy, but he is a double play guy. And Portland cannot get anything going as we go to the top of the 8th. Dale Murphy up against Joey Hamilton. Drops in there for a base hit. Reconstruct the stadium. Come on, where are we? PNC Park. Why put a beam right in the field of view? Get out the saw, cut out a little section. Will the roof collapse? Maybe. But at least for a while, we'll get to see all the action the way we were meant to see it. Sloppy Joe. Yeah, it is. It's sloppy against Joe. Sloppy Joe. Full count. Carter looking to get on the board. Drops one into center field. Joe Carter on first base. Only the 4th hit of the day for the Portland Llamas. Bill Hinchman, he's got a little bit of power. He's got 42 power. That's a little bit. Over to short, over to second, back to first. Threat eliminated, and we're going to go to the 9th. Bottom of 9. We've seen Portland make comebacks before. This is the comeback hacker. He's done it before. Sloppy still in the game. Reggie Willits at the plate. You getting hungry or something, D-Block, with my Sloppy Joe comment? I distracted you? All right. Well, speaking of distractions, we've got Deion Sanders, who tripled earlier in the game. Can he do it again? No one out. Oh, double play not completed. They get the fielder's choice, the tying run in the form of 76 power, Herman Long. We got Sloppy, Long, who will win out. Sloppy is going to win out, getting the force out at second base. Roberto Clemente, not known for his power, has got some BABIP. Don't know if this is the iron or the, I can't tell if it's the iron or the bronze. Can Clemente keep things going, or will the Dukes have their first win? The Dukes avoid elimination. They win their first game of the finals. You can't just make it to the finals. You got to win at least one game. 4-hitter for Sloppy Thurston. He goes the distance. He goes 4-0. So we've got 3 pitchers in this final undefeated. Matlick, Thurston, and one other guy that pitched last game that I can't remember. Hamilton takes the loss. He is 3-2. Home runs by no one. In fact, it was a pretty tame game in terms of hit. Baumholtz, Frankie Boy, had 2 hits to lead the Dukes. So we are going into game number 5. The Dukes are going to be sending out their number 5 pitcher, Jack Morris. Jack Morris in the tournament so far is 1-2 with a 3.57 ERA. He won his last outing where he got a decision 9-1. So he's going to need a lot of runs. Dukes have to put up a lot of runs. And for Portland, they're going to go with number 5, Darley Cooper. We've got 5-on-5. Copyrighted 2024. 5-on-5 action here as Darley Cooper, I believe, right? No one else is rested? Nope. Cooper and then Matlick. Remember we said Matlick might get a 7th win? All right. Well rested for the Llamas. Not as much for the Dukes. Let's check out the hitting and the rest situation. Llamas are good. Dukes are good other than Badu. Badu is exhausted. Will his manager send him out regardless? We will find out shortly. Okay, going to take my